Take one.
Take one with Jolearras and Hannah.
And Hannah on Jolearras and Hannah's show. Welcome.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here again with Jolearras, and today we're taking you to H-Mart.
H-Mart!
Yeah, so we are super fortunate that we live in a very culturally diverse area, and we have access to a lot of these Asian grocery stores where there's a lot of vegan options if you know what to look for. So we're just gonna go in and show you some of our favorite stuff to get. So I decided to just do a voiceover recording for my video because there was a lot of noise in the grocery store. Here I am just showing some different mochi desserts. Most of the ones that you find in the grocery store contain dairy, but the majority of the ones that I have found at Asian grocery stores are vegan. If you just check the label on the back, I know you can't really read all that unless you want to pause it, but yeah, there's a lot of flavors and most of them are vegan.
I was right there, you and me, and I was putting it down, you in the back of your car, baby.
And here are some ramyun sodas. I've only ever seen these at Asian grocery stores and sometimes at sushi restaurants. They have really interesting flavors, and here are some cold teas that are usually sugar-free, which I really like. If you like those little packs of seaweed snacks, then you can buy huge bulk packages of them here, which is really awesome.
On Thanksgiving, you could see the light.
Usually there's also a section of cooked foods and in-house made foods and desserts. These are different types of rice cakes that are filled with like fruit and nuts and different things, and most of them usually wind up being vegan. You just have to watch out for dairy sometimes. So again, always just read the label, which is usually in English. If you've never tried these, I highly recommend them. The texture is really interesting. It's kind of spongy and sweet and amazing. I think those are Jolearras' favorite udon noodles. Here's some seaweed salad. And here are the rice cakes that I use in a lot of my recipes. If you follow me on Instagram, you see me use them a lot, I'm sure. There's some fresh miso and fermented soybean paste, some yummy different types of chips, plantain chips, rice chips. These are steamed buns that are filled with different things. A lot of those are vegan as well. Here's a million different types of fresh noodles and dumpling wrappers if you want to try making your own veggie dumplings. And if you don't want to try making your own dumplings, there's a huge assortment of veggie dumplings in the frozen aisle. I know this isn't really food or vegan related, but I love the dishes and the kitchen stuff that you can find at these Asian grocery stores. It's usually better than Bed Bath & Beyond, in my opinion. A lot of the ramen you can get, you just have to read the label. There's usually a few different vegan brands. This is one that Jolearras likes. The sauce aisle is gigantic, which can seem very overwhelming at first, but don't be afraid to just Google things in the store. Pick up a jar that looks interesting to you and just see if anything interesting comes up as far as recipes are concerned. There might be something new that you check out that you're like, oh wow, I could totally do this.
In the window of the building, and it was dark out.
Here's tea and even more sauces. There's fermented soybean paste, which is different from miso. There's Korean red pepper paste. Then there's red pepper flakes and so many different types of beans and grains and rice, which is really fun to look through. Here's different types of canned fruits and Vegetables you can use in stir fry. And if you like jackfruit, like pulled jackfruit sandwiches, you can buy it here as well. I love using jackfruit. Here's even more rice, because you can never have enough rice. Some more seaweed. There's like a whole seaweed aisle. There's sushi seaweed, those big packs. Here's dried mushrooms that are really good for stocks, and some people like to use them in stir fry. There's a lot of different things you can do with the dried mushrooms. And here is the noodle aisle, the dried noodle aisle, with all the different types of rice noodles, sweet potato noodles, some snacks. So many of these snacks are accidental vegan foods. And the Goya aisle with so many different types of beans, dry beans, canned beans. So much cheaper than most grocery stores. And here are some snacks that I believe are made in-house. Some candied ginger, peanut brittle, and wasabi peas. Here are some giant aloe leaves that I like to put in smoothies. I like to make hair masks out of, use it on my skin, all that good stuff. And some king oyster mushrooms. I actually bought some of these so I could make vegan scallops.
Outside and I was nice, off the whiskey, just looking all pretty when you look at the building. All congregated all together, that's the city. And the lights and the windows and the buildings and the cities hella pretty, but not really as pretty as the woman I was kissing. So I didn't pay attention, cause I knew I wasn't missing a thing. Told me I was missing a ring with their eyes though. You never said it out loud cause you figured it.
And here are some enoki mushrooms, which I just recently got into. I love the texture of them. They're so good.
If you said it out loud, then I might go. You didn't really want me out your life, so you let it slide, that's how life goes. Really wasn't ready for a white though, even though I felt something.
And they have yellow dragon fruit, which I got really excited about. Yellow dragon fruit tastes so much better than the pink dragon fruit. It actually has flavor. It's actually sweet. If you ever see them in the store, definitely try them. Here's some smoked tofu and soy milk down below. And here is some seitan, which I actually didn't even know they had here. And now here are some different types of fried tofu, super puffy and crunchy. You can just put it in the oven and then top your favorite noodle bowls and soups with it. It's super delicious and I love the texture. And here is the rest of the tofu. I would like to point out that most of it is non-GMO and organic, which is really neat. Here's some organic ginger and bananas, plantains, and a lot of different types of greens. Some I still have never tried. And here's our cart that we shared on our shopping trip. Hey, so we are all done with our shopping. Depending on which grocery store you get to go to, there are always a lot of different options, but the point of this video is just to show you that there's a ton of vegan shit at Asian grocery stores.
Really good stuff too.
Yeah, and they're really worth looking into because they're usually also a lot more inexpensive than other grocery stores. So, let me know what you thought of this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff.
Bye.
Bye.
You and me, and I was putting it down, you in the back.